Today I want to show you how to put together the square classic lantern, which has 3 different side variations. So to start with, we're going to do the bottom portion of the lantern. As you can see, it's a little box. So we're going to go ahead and add the panels. I apologize for the movement of the video. I'm not quite sure what was moving, but obviously it was my camera. And it looks like it was isolated to this section, so you won't be able to, so you don't get seasick. But you see how you just center those little panels on the little sides? Those are embossed panels. I'll put the embossing folder, they're little border embossing folders I used. So now we want to put together this box to create the bottom portion. So you want to go ahead and add glue to those little side tabs and then fold over the adjacent side, making sure that that edge is aligned with the tab fold. And we'll do that on all 4 sides. Like I said, the movement of the camera will stop. I just didn't notice it while I was video recording. So you don't need this part. This is optional. If you wanted the lantern without this piece, then you could omit it. Just making it look a little bit more dimensional. This is a great box, in my opinion, for a wedding. It's like a classic lantern look, or any kind of party. You could add, especially for a wedding or perhaps an anniversary party, you could add for a wedding specifically, the colors, like little splashes of colors or flowers that correspond to the wedding colors. Probably said that wrong, but so now we got those sides. We're going to add glue to these longer tabs so we can fold over the bottom piece. So you just want to make sure you don't get glue too close to the edge of the folds, and then we will fold it down, and what you want to do is gently rub on each edge as you're aligning it at the same time. So before you rub on it, you want to make sure that you align that edge with the bottom piece, and then you can flip it over after you've applied a little pressure around the tab areas to rub it on the table to apply additional pressure. And that helps, and you want to make sure that's good and secure before you put it aside. So we'll put it aside for now, and we're going to put together the top. So here we have the panels we're going to add to the top piece. So with this design, you're just going to center those panels, but with this design, you have, as you saw in the introductory, I'm only showing you one particular design, which is the X. So you only want to choose one set of sides for each box you make. So I put that in the PDF file that's included with the file, but you have 3 different looks that you can achieve. And you can also achieve different looks by adding vellum versus not using the vellum pieces. And in this one we'll show you how to put the vellum pieces on, but you could have an open box where you can see the candle inside. So a lot of people like that look, and I think it's appropriate for certain occasions. So now we have all these. You can see this is the embossing folder I used for those little top pieces. Just gave it a little decorative 3D, and this is the embossing folder I use for that little piece on the side. I'll see if I can add that information to the notes. Then we're going to fold this around and glue this tab under the other side. You want to make sure that side is lined up for the top and bottom, and also the edge is lined up to the tab fold. Then you just want to apply pressure from within and outside. And then we'll glue this top piece over. And when you do that, whenever you do something like this, just make sure you start on one edge, whichever edge you want to do. I always do the opposite edge with a square. And then I just go to the sides and make sure they're lined up and apply pressure. And it's easier if you can reach inside, of course. So that's all ready for the next step when we're ready to do that, but we need to do put together the large section of the lid. So if you can see how I'm folding this, I want to fold every section down like you would normally. So you want to fold it with the mountain and then a valley on the bottom one. What that means is it folds in, valley folds in, mountain folds out. So that top part is a mountain fold and the bottom part is a valley fold. And the reason we're doing that is that bottom section is going to formulate the piece that goes into the top of the lantern to hold the lantern in place. And I pre-folded it so it'd be easier to put the panels on. So then I can see the edges. Since I'm working with white, it was hard to see the score lines. Because we want to center these panels on each of the 4 sections there. And I add it first because it's easier to add panels first when you can push against a table rather than doing it once it's put together. But you could do it later if you wanted to. And I chose this nice design. I'd have to look it up. I think it's die cuts with a view. Which more of a wedding, kind of a classic design. It was pretty. I haven't used it yet, so it's excited to try it on these lanterns. So once we have all the panels on, we can begin assembling this larger piece. And the first thing we'll want to do is to attach that tab, the side tab. So you'll want to attach it to the other side. So just add some glue and then pull over that other edge, line up that other edge, then align it to the tab fold, and then apply pressure from within and without to make sure that tab is good and secure. And then before we go any further, we're going to add this top piece. So you can fold it inward first and then outward, so you get a good edge, a nice crisp edge. Because what we'll do is we'll glue one piece and we're going to glue it to the inside. So we want to push those tabs in. And then we're going to glue that first piece and make sure that's as straight as possible, making sure that the edge on the large piece aligns with the inside tab fold of that smaller piece, because that'll be your anchor. If you put it on crooked, the rest may go on crooked. I did think this a little crooked, but then you can go ahead and add glue on all 3 of them, trying to make sure again that the edges of that top piece are aligned with the tab fold before you get it firmly set in place. If there's a little gap, which I had a little gap, it's not a big deal. So you can see we're just applying pressure to those tabs from the inside to make sure that's good and secure. So now you can see that's what the tabs look like. So now those bottom pieces right here, we need to glue these little tabs underneath the adjacent edges of the adjacent sides, I should say. So you want to line them up. Now it's going to be a little tight, so you want to get your finger in there and apply pressure. And the reason it could be a little tight is this box is in that little section up there is intended to pop in. So I'll show you at the very end how it goes in. But you can leave it up or you can pop it down. I have one of my examples without, it's the cross sides version product picture, has it doesn't have it pushed in, so you can see what the difference is. But it was intended to be pushed down, but once I saw what it did, I thought, well, you could do it either way. So again, there'll be some pressure because when you're at this angle, it wants to pull away the glue, wants to pull it away easily. So you won't need to hold that tab until it's secure. So depending on the glue you're using, you'll have to hold it a little longer. And what I have is I'm reaching in with one finger to line it up to help align it, as well as on the outside. So now we're going to glue that little bottom edge, which is the edge that will insert into the bottom portion of the lantern. And I noted that we were going to push in that little piece. It's kind of hard to know, but the pieces we just glued, it will be inset, go up a little bit. We won't do that right now. We want to make sure it's good and dry before we pop it in. We don't want it coming apart after when we do it. So we're doing this part first. Just make sure you, like with the other adjacent sides, that you just aligning up that edge. To get a paper towel, you want to make sure that edge aligns with the tab fold so it'll fit properly in the bottom portion of the lantern. I was using too much glue on these, so I always have a wet paper towel to do it. So here's what the difference is. If you don't inset the piece, you can have it down like that, and that's just in lantern so you can see how it fits. We haven't done the bottom yet, so it looks different. So you can leave it like that, or you can just pop it in. So when you pop it in, it kind of gives a different curved look. So that was my intention, but it looks okay out too, so your choice. So here are the sides. I chose the X sides, and there's an open side version and a cross version. So if you want to fold the sides on the score lines, as you can see, with the tabs on the bottom, you see it's a little bit higher in the top. That's where the lantern will go in. So if you are going to use vellum, I would just say you don't have to, but if you want to use vellum, you just want to put a fine line of glue around the edge. And you could do that on the box, down on the box too if you want to, but I do it on the edge so it'll not curl up. And then just cover that opening. Yes, you'll be able to see it when you open it, but if this is for decorative pieces for a party, the only person opening it is going to be the person putting a lantern, a little tea light in. So if you do want to add the glue to the actual box, I mean on the sides, then you could do that on the inside of the sides rather than the vellum piece. Some people might prefer that because if you're clumsy like me and drop the piece, the glue will get in places you don't want. So, but like I said, I did it the other way on another box, and the edges kind of fray up because of the nature of vellum. And this way, it doesn't take much glue to adhere it. We just want it to adhere within the box, but when I put it on the inside of the sides, the edges kind of frayed up because I didn't know exactly the size of the vellum. But you can gauge it. It's up to you. So we're almost done. So now what we want to do is add a little glue to that side tab and then line up the other piece as shown. Then we'll simply flip it over after that's good and secure and add glue to the second tab. And then fold over the remaining side and line that up. And make sure it's good and lined up with the tab fold. And then you can glue it inside like that. If you don't want the tabs to show inside, then I would recommend you glue the tabs on the outside. So you can see it doesn't show inside. But since you can't see inside because there's vellum panels, so if you don't have the vellum, I would probably glue it on the outside, but if you have vellum, it doesn't really matter. It actually doesn't matter either way, whatever's your preference. This is the way you do it on the inside. If you did it on the outside, the tabs would just fold to the outside. So you just want to line that up, apply the pressures like the bottom of the box. Just make sure it's good and lined up. And then you can go ahead and apply additional pressure against a table or using some long utensil like a wooden chopstick. So the only other thing we need to do, other than, of course, additional decor if you want to add something more, is to add it to the bottom piece. So what we want to do is center it best we can because we want the sides to be equidistant. So what I do when I'm adding glue is I'm getting a different glue bottle here. Go ahead and add glue, but make sure you don't get too close to the edge. And what I'm doing is I want to make sure I'm going to place it lightly on the bottom box first and then just move it around slightly. You can see I want to make sure that the glue didn't seep out the edges there. That was just a little heavy-handed. So when you place it, try to go as center as possible. And then I just kind of place it lightly and then move it around. I just moved it around, make sure it's centered. I mean, it's a paper box, so it'll look good no matter what. And then just kind of push down on it when you have it in the place you want. And apply pressure. So I'm kind of holding it against the bottom box. And you can flip it over and just gently, don't push it too hard. You just want to put a little pressure on it to make sure it adheres. And that's basically it. You just want to, it's all ready to go. You can add a tea light. And the lid goes right on like that, and that's it. You can add additional embellishments if you want as well. And I hope you enjoyed this project, and thank you so much for watching.